guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Firstly, the two priorities this summer in terms of signings without a shadow of a doubt are Lewandowski and Raphinha. We do have an agreement on personal terms with both players, and now we'll submit a bid to Leeds and Bayer Munich respectively this week to hopefully sign these two players as soon as possible. We do have an update on other striker offers as well, like Paulo Dybala and Sergi, but Xavi's priority this summer is to sign Marcos Alonso and Azpilicueta. Barcelona will begin negotiations soon with Chelsea, and right now Azpilicueta's deal is looking more likely than Alonso, because apparently Alonso, they want a lot of money for him. I do have that price tag for you, but there is a backup option in Alonso with Raphaël Guerreiro from Borussia Dortmund. Contract renewal updates, of course, on Gavi and Ousmane Dembele, the final two of the season. And lastly, a massive interview was done again by Joan Laporta. I will cover everything. He talks about Messi, Neymar, CBC, BLM, Barca Studios, and also attacks UEFA and La Liga as well. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes on this video. It'd be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. So the first player that we have been linked with is, of course, the #1 target for Barcelona in the summer, Robert Lewandowski. We do have a few updates on his current situation at Bayern Munich, trying to force a move to Barcelona this summer. Firstly, coming in from Mundo Deportivo, they have come out saying that sources close to Lewandowski's entourage deny that the player has been offered to Real Madrid. Lewa remains firm in his desire to play for Barcelona and waiting for an agreement between both Bayern Munich and Barcelona. So again, all these rumors about him going to Real Madrid is not true. Of course, if the Barcelona deal collapses, it's very possible PSG, Chelsea, Real Madrid will be in the race for him if he does not make that move to Barcelona. But again, at this current moment, Lewandowski's mind is set on Barcelona, and that's his priority. Now, of course, one of the main issues for this operation to happen this summer will be the price tag of Bayern Munich, and Luis Rojo from Marca came out saying that Bayern Munich want at least 50 million euros and a replacement to sell Lewandowski this summer, and Barcelona are only willing to pay up to 40 million euros this summer. Like I said in yesterday's video, two conditions for Bayern Munich to sell Lewandowski this summer. Number one, sign a replacement, and number two, receive a good offer. We are hearing still that they want around 50 million euros, but Barcelona only want to pay a maximum of 40, including bonuses. And finally, Sport Bild in Germany came out saying that Bayern Munich have not yet responded to Barcelona's 32 million euro offer for Lewandowski, of course, plus 5 million euros in bonuses as well. The player wants the Barcelona move and has not been offered to Real Madrid. There hasn't been any contact with Madrid either. So again, the offer for Lewandowski is still on the table. No rejection, no exception from Bayern Munich. The bid is there, and they have not yet responded. So wait and see. I think Lewandowski yesterday was at some sort of gala somewhere, and so a fan asked him, "Are you going to Barcelona?" He gave him kind of, a thumbs up or like a nod and a smile. So there's no doubt his #1 target, his priority is to join Barcelona this summer. The question now is, can Bayern Munich find a replacement and also accept the bid from Barcelona? Now, along with Lewandowski, another top priority for Barcelona in the attacking position is to sign Raphinha, the Brazilian winger from Leeds United, for the winger position in Barcelona. And Sky Sports in England, of course, have broken news yesterday saying that Barcelona are expected to make a formal offer to Leeds United for the forward Raphinha in the coming days. According to reports, it will be a bid of 30 million euros plus 5 million euros in bonuses. So a very, very similar offer to Robert Lewandowski. So I would say right now, both Raphinha and Lewandowski are in the exact same situation. Barcelona want both. Both have agreed personal terms, 3-year contract for Lewandowski, 5-year for Raphinha, and Barcelona have made similar offers to both. And now it's up to the two clubs, Bayern Munich and Leeds, to accept it. But expect some more news in the coming days about Raphinha. The club will be traveling to England, i.e. Matteo Alema and Jordi Cruyff, to negotiate with Leeds. That is confirmed. But there is another winger who Barcelona could bring in this summer as well, another Bayern Munich player, and that is Serge Gnabry. Sport 1 in Germany have come out saying that Serge Gnabry is unlikely to sign a new contract at Bayern Munich. The only question remaining is whether he'll be sold this summer or leave as a free agent in 2023. Gnabry would be open to a Premier League return or a move to Spain. His former teammate David Alaba has recommended him to Real Madrid, but for Bayern Munich, Gnabry must either extend his contract before the end of the transfer window or get sold this summer. So keep an eye out on Gnabry. He will be an option this summer. His future is in the air, but again, very, very unlikely that Bayern Munich will sell us 2 of their star players. I think as a free agent, Gnabry would be a great opportunity, but this summer, I think they're going to ask for 30 million euros, probably Bayern Munich again, so the Barcelona have that kind of money. I think they may go for Gnabry if, of course, the operation for Raphinha does fail. At the current moment, Raphinha is the number 1 priority in the winger position for Barcelona. Now, a player in the forward position who Barcelona will most likely not sign this summer is the free agent Paulo Dybala. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona are aware of Paulo Dybala's situation currently, but the chances of him arriving are almost negligible. Inter Milan are strong favorites to sign him. Barcelona want a winger and a striker, not a player of Dybala's profile. Now, the reason why I'm bringing you guys this news is because of that last sentence. Not a player of Pablo Dybala's profile. For me, that is absolutely key. No more center forwards or cans of Barcelona. Coutinho flopped, Griezmann flopped, Depay is currently flopping as well. I'm sick and tired of bringing these players who do not fit the system, and Dybala is a great example for that. Of course, fantastic player, but in that 4-3 system under Xavi in Barcelona, he will not fit whatsoever. So keep your eyes on Dybala, of course, as long as he's a free agent. We will be interested, we'll be rumored with him without a shadow of a doubt, but currently Barcelona are not interested. Now, along with a striker and a winger, another priority for Barcelona this summer, more specifically Xavi, is to reinforce the defense, more specifically in the full-back positions, with the 2 number 1 priorities being Marcos Alonso and Cesar Azpilicueta, both of course from Chelsea. Now, Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona want to sign both Azpilicueta and Alonso, and both of them want to join Barcelona as well, but at the moment, Azpilicueta's arrival is more feasible and likely. Now, Chelsea will be open to letting Alonso leave this summer as well, but Barcelona currently suspect that Chelsea will ask for around 20 million euros for Alonso, which makes the operation unfeasible. Dear freaking God. 20 million euros for Alonso. What are you smoking? 20? I barely want to pay 6. 20? Nah, Ronaldo for 10, Javi Galan for 15, Jose Gaya for 20. Get that garbage out of my face. Oh my God. Fernando Polo also said that Xavi has contacted both Azpilicueta and Alonso. The coach has a very good relationship with Azpilicueta and knows what he can contribute. And of course, Azpilicueta recommended us to sign Andres Christensen as well, which we have done so. He also spoke with Marcos Alonso, who is a priority for left back. His experience, physical, and set piece ability is valued highly. I get that. There is no way in hell we're paying. If we pay 20 million, I may cry. If we pay 20 million for both, whatever, but just for Alonso, I may cry. Chelsea asking for 20? What are you smoking? He has 1 year left on his contract. He's dead wood. He's 30 plus, and none of your fans want him either. And Tuchel just got a 220 million euro budget, and you want 20 million euros for Alonso? Oh, you're having a laugh. We'll wait and see. Again, if he is valued at that price, Barcelona will not go for him, which of course, thank God for that. But apparently that's what the Barcelona suspect that Chelsea will ask for. But again, it's not what they actually asked for. So we'll wait and see. No doubt that Xavi and Barcelona want to sign both Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso. The big question is right now, what will Chelsea ask for the pair of them? Now, on the topic of left backs, a left back has been offered to Barcelona over the past 24 hours, and that is Raphaël Guerreiro, the Portuguese left back from Borussia Dortmund. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Raphaël Guerreiro has been offered to Barcelona, and his name is still on the club's table. The Portuguese left back is out of contract next summer in 2023, and Barcelona coaches rate him pretty highly. Now, apparently he's going to cost 10 million euros. So if the club spend more than 10 on Alonso, I will be fuming. Of course, 20 million, they won't spend on him. They want to spend probably around 5, 6, or 7-ish. If they go in double digits, I will be fuming. You have Guerreiro at 8. You have Jose Gaya at, 20 as well. You have Javi Galan at 15. You have Ronaldo at 10 or 15. They should not be going double digits for Alonso. So we'll wait and see. Guerreiro is an option on the table, of course, if the Alonso operation fails, who of course still remains the number 1 priority for Barcelona in the left back position. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Just one today, and it's a big one. It's an actual sale of a Barcelona B player, Ferran Jutgla. Now, yesterday, Ferran Jutgla played for the Catalonian national team. He came on in the 60th minute, I believe, scored a goal as well, so congratulations to him. After the match, he was speaking to Joan Laporta for Gigentes, for of course speaking to the media after the match, and he came out saying, "The club believes leaving for me is the best option at the moment, and they are forcing me out," and he can confirm right now that he will leave the club very soon. Now, of course, a few days ago, I told you guys from a report from Sports saying that the club are very, very close to selling Ferran Jutgla, but we did not know the price or the club. But now we do have our answer, and the news broke from Alberto Rogue, Juan Martí, and Mateo Morito, and they've all come out saying that Barcelona is one step away from closing the departure of Ferran Jutgla to Club Brugge in Belgium. Villarreal were also interested, but the player prefers to play in the Champions League, and the selling price will be around 5 to 7 million euros. And Mundo Deportivo came out back in that statement as well, saying that Barcelona and Club Brugge hope to close the deal for Ferran Jutgla today. Ferran Jutgla will sign a contract for around 4 or 5 years with the Belgian club, and Club Brugge will pay around 6 to 7 million euros. So Jutgla will be sold. I know a lot of you guys disagree with this. For me, I see it as a good sale, and of course you can use that money for Alonso or Azpilicueta, hopefully both, but of course very, very unlikely. In the end, the attacking positions are already sorted out. You have Aubameyang, you have Depay, you have Lewandowski coming in. Jutgla was never going to get space in the first team. He was never going to play, and also he was too good for the second division as well. Abdi was ahead of him in the winger positions as well, even though he's a number 9. So in the end, it's a good sale. If he does well at Club Brugge, we could buy him back in the future. You never know. But in the end, Ferran Jutgla will be leaving Barcelona, and his sale to Club Brugge is imminent. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Pablo Gavi. Now, over the past 24 hours, there's been a lot of controversy around Gavi's renewal because Joan Laporta came out in an interview, which I will cover later, of course, in this video, that Gavi has been offered a contract renewal by, of course, the club, and he's not accepted it or denied it, and he keeps on delaying the renewal, and Laporta was not too happy about that. But after Laporta said that, the leaks were flying. Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Eva de la Peña, Gavi's agent, is surprised by Laporta's words regarding Gavi's renewal. Gavi has not received an offer from Barcelona, which is why Gavi was not able to give his final yes. Now, a lot of people came out backing this as well, kind of Cesar, Sport, on the Theatre, whoever it may be. Everyone came out saying that actually Gavi has not received a contract renewal offer yet, and that's what they're actually waiting for. Joan Laporta came out saying that Barcelona has prepared photos and videos for Gavi's renewal, but nothing has been agreed quite yet, but there is calm around the situation as well. And lastly, Hanina Codes from Cope came out saying that Gavi's entourage say that Laporta's words are not true. Barcelona told the agent 15 days ago that they would send him a draft contract, and after there were 2 meetings, but they did not send anything, and because of this, that's why there is still no answer. Now, I believe there's just miscommunication from both parties, but a lot of people are calling Laporta a liar. I can understand that, but we do have some good news. I think Cat Radio and other sources are coming out saying that Barcelona will offer Gavi's renewal in the next 48 hours, and they hope that Gavi will accept it 48 hours afterwards. So no worries at the moment. There is a bit of miscommunication. Gavi apparently on the table right now does not have a contract renewal offer from Barcelona, but that offer will be coming soon, and we do expect that Gavi will accept it as well. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Sergi Roberto. Now, as you all know, Roberto's contract renewal at Barcelona, it's done. Here we go, confirmed. All we have to do now is just sign the contract. But again, I don't know. I feel bad for Roberto. His contract has been delayed about 5,000 times. Of course, he's supposed to renew his contract yesterday at 2 p.m. local time. But of course, as y'all probably know, it did not happen. And the news broke from Victor Navarro from Cope, and he came out saying that Barcelona has informed Sergi Roberto's agent that they have to postpone the signing of his contract renewal. It was of course scheduled for yesterday in a private act in the president of Joan Laporta's offices at the Camp Nou. I don't know why, but it has been postponed, but it has been rescheduled for at some point next week. We don't know when, probably again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday time, but at some point, we don't know when, Roberto will sign his contract renewal. Again, all agreed. The question now is, will he put the pen to paper and sign the deal officially? Now, the final contract renewal update is indeed on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele, which currently at the moment is not looking too good whatsoever. First, coming in from RMC Sport in France and also Foot Mercado, they've come out saying that Ousmane Dembele is Paris Saint-Germain's top priority to replace Angel Di Maria, and they are advancing the deal. Dembele's agent Moussa Sissoko met with Nasser El Khelaïfi last week in Paris. Barcelona remained pessimistic about him staying as well. So Moussa Sissoko did have a meeting with PSG last week, but also with Barcelona. Fabrizio Romano came out saying the meeting between Barcelona and Dembele's agent took place this week, apparently on Monday, but again, no agreement has been reached and it's still an open situation. Dembele's camp is waiting for an improved offer if the club could resolve the financial fair play issue. So apparently with Barcelona and Dembele, it's still, good terms in terms of negotiations, but of course, with the contract, it's not going too well whatsoever. But Candace have come out saying the main obstacle in negotiations with Dembele is that Barcelona do not know exactly what to offer him. There are several things that the two parties have agreed upon. So we're now starting to hear this. Apparently Barcelona don't know what to make their final offer for Dembele. They want to wait for, the CVC, BLM, Barca Studio, Goldman Sachs, all those operations apparently to get more money. But currently they're having, trouble of what to offer him right now to make it, a way that Dembele and Sissoko can actually think about it, because they can't just offer him, 150k a week, all this in variables, no sign-on bonus. It's not going to work like that. You have to, find them money to give them, but of course, make it difficult so Barcelona can keep that money. So apparently the club are having troubles with that. But Mundo Deportivo came out saying the last meeting between Barcelona and Dembele's camp is expected to take place around the end of this week. His staying is very unlikely, but they want to assess the options, and Dembele himself and Xavi could also be a part of this meeting as well. So the meetings over the past few months have only had Moussa Sissoko, Matteo Alemán, and Jordi Cruyff present, but now apparently Dembele and Xavi could get involved in that final meeting. But over the past 24 hours, we do have a big indication of Ousmane Dembele leaving Barcelona this summer, and that is he's put his house up for rent. Take it as you will. I mean, you don't do that if you're planning on renewing your contract with the city, of course. 18,000 a month, not a bad deal in my opinion. Nice little house, but he has put his house up for rent. For me, he's gone. I mean, if I'm negotiating with a club, I don't put my house up for rent in the middle of the negotiations if I don't know whether or not I'm staying or leaving. For me, this is a big indication that Ousmane Dembele is saying, look, I'm probably not going to stay in Barcelona. I'm probably heading off to Paris. Let's put the house up for rent right now, see if we get any offers. Or it could be, I want to move to a bigger house, a better house. Let me put this up for rent so I can make some money while I go live in that other house. It could be either or, but let's all be honest. He is putting this up for sale, in my opinion, because he is planning on leaving Barcelona. So wait and see. It's not going to be easy. Of course, I do believe we will get an answer by Sunday, but at the moment, it's looking like Ousmane Dembele will be leaving Barcelona this summer. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is to cover Joan Laporta's recent interview with L'Esport 2 and, of course, Catalonia. The second interview Joan Laporta has done in the past week, again, talking about every single significant topic around Barcelona. So let's get and see what he had to say during this interview. Starts by saying that it turns out that Gavi's agent is comparing the offers on the table and delaying the decisions. It's understandable, and I don't like the situation. I encourage him to accept it as soon as possible because it is also going to help us plan for the future. Again, already talked about Gavi. Frenkie de Jong is a player of great quality. He knows our system well, and yes, he is a desired player in the plans, and we have received offers for him, but we think he should continue at Barcelona. Now, you can see this in two ways. Number one, they actually want to keep him. They want to sell in BLM, Barca Studio, CVC to keep him, or they could be trying to raise his price in case they don't get, sign those financial offers. So with Frenkie, again, it's still a 50-50. Lewandowski has 1 year left on his contract, and this is currently the situation, and that's it. I can't say anything else. Let the technical secretaries deal with the issue internally. He was then asked about the possible return of Messi and Neymar. He said that if they want to come back, it would have to be on a free deal. We're not in a position to negotiate the transfer fee of these kind of players, but if they want to have that capacity, we do not have it, but it would be illogical in situations like this. The coach has to decide. Neymar is an exceptional player. I like him personally. Nonetheless, he has a contract with PSG that runs for a long time. So again, they have to come on free deals if they want to come to Barcelona, because of course their wages will be ridiculous and the transfer fee that PSG would demand would be extraordinary. So very, very unlikely that Neymar and Messi will come back this summer. But for Messi, 2023, it is still possible. He's then asked about the contract renewal of Dani Alves, that we are grateful for what Dani Alves has done for the club. These are decisions that will have to be taken by the technical secretary and the coach. We are satisfied with the atmosphere that he has created. His performances have gone a long way to help the youngsters as well. So again, Dani Alves, still undecided, but most likely they will offer him that 6-month contract. Now, an update on Roberto's contract renewal. That Roberto is a player who is wanted by the coach, and he's someone who understands our system very well, and he has always had a total commitment to the club as well. We are considering renewing his contract, but we also have the financial fair play to consider that is stopping us forward now. So again, Roberto's renewal has been delayed due to FFP violations. So again, that renewal will be happening next week. Well, it is planned for next week. You never know. It could be delayed again. It could be resolved during the summer transfer window, depending on the solution that we choose. What is important for us is to solve it before June the 30th because we are waiting for the summary of this year's financial situation. Again, talking about the CBC operation, BLM, and of course, Barca Studio. He's then asked about the past season at Barcelona, of course, sacking Ronald Koeman, appointing Xavi. He said that we have a clear diagnosis, and of course, the defeats have consequences. We changed coaches because I saw that we had lost the league in previous seasons, and that the start of the league this season was not so good. We now have a technical staff that is prepared to be more competitive and ambitious. The situation that we've received the club is catastrophic. It's a reality, and it takes time to turn around the whole entire situation of the club. Then asked about a contract renewal update on Ousmane Dembele. He said that Dembele, they have our offer on the table. We have been planning for next season for a while, and the player's agent is not responding. Again, same thing about Ousmane Dembele, but a main theme during this interview for Joan Laporta that he keeps on repeating the same quote, saying that there is a priority right now, which is to get the economic situation back on track for the club. We could have already activated some of the deals, CBC, BLM, Barca Studios, all that sort of stuff, but none of these options are ideal at the moment. So again, they could have signed CBC, Barca Studio, BLM, Goldman Sachs, whatever it may be, but the club are looking for the best deal for both parties. We are looking for one that removes the negative equity and at the same time that allows us to make a profit this season. When a state club is behind a club, money is no longer a problem. Some players are easier to persuade. The European Union must regulate this to a minimum. In order to ensure the sustainability in football, we want to sell a maximum of 10% of our TV rights for the highest amount. There are options like CBC who want to control our TV rights for 50 years, and there are other options who want to do it for 20 years and other for 10 years as well. We have improved the agreement with CBC, but we are surprised that their offers are very little room for fair play. We should think carefully about the sale of 10% of our TV rights for 270 million euros, and for 50 years, we earn about 165 million euros per year from our TV rights. If you take the 10% of the CBC deal that they want to acquire and multiply it by 50 years, you'll get a figure of 825 million euros, which is a wonderful process for them, but it does not offer us enough for fair play, and that for us does not work. So again, Joan Laporta wants to get that perfect deal from CBC in order to sign it. If not, he'll go with Goldman Sachs or ASF or whatever the other companies are. Back to Gavi's renewal, he does have here a massive quote: "We will not increase our offer for Gavi because I don't want Barcelona to continue in the line followed by our previous management that ruined Barcelona. We have to make a call of judgment, and that's what we're doing." So apparently Barcelona have made their offer the maximum they can for Gavi. If he rejects it, he will not continue at Barcelona. Most likely he will be sold this summer, but of course, if he accepts it, he will stay. Now again, why the hell is a 17-year-old asking for, more than 100,000 euros per week? For me, it makes no sense. I think it's a bit greedy on his part. I'll tell you right now, if he leaves Barcelona, he will flop. No club in the world treat their youth players like Barcelona do. Look at Elias Riba. Look at all the other players that have left in the worst time that we had. They've all flopped. And I promise you, although Gavi I think is fantastic and he's a gem and he's very, very special player, I will guarantee you he'll not do well outside of Barcelona. So we'll wait and see on Gavi, but again, the club have made their final offer for his contract renewal. They just asked about Ferran Torres, that we were happy with him. You have to understand that adapting the Barcelona system takes some time. Ferran has a long career here, and we are very satisfied with his attitude and also his quality as well. Then asked about the option of buying Adama Traore from his loan move. He said that we are satisfied with Adama. Of course, he has given us something different to the team. When I come back to the subject of fair play, we'll see what happens. We also have Trincao there on their players as well, but it's a matter of financial fair play, and we currently don't think he's value for money. So there's your answer for Adama Traore. He then took a few digs at PSG, saying that players who sign long contract with PSG are essentially agreeing to become slaves for money. We should not try to worry about Mbappe not signing for Madrid. We should focus on having a competitive team for ourselves, and that's what we were trying to do. When we weren't worrying about our rivals, we did perform. We have a cordial relationship with the UEFA. We believe that the Champions League can be greatly improved. The point of the Super League discusses this to find a real solution for everyone to be satisfied with. If we wanted, we could have signed for 1 billion euros at against 100% of our TV rights for 10 years. But when you analyze it well, you know that it would decrease your turnover in the following season. So apparently Barcelona have received an offer for 1 billion euros for 100% of our TV rights for 10 years, but Joan Laporta did reject that offer. In Europe, there is a problem of governance with the club, and I think that we can retain coordinate with EU. Of course, the European Union has to say. We also need to talk about the distribution of funds as well. We have several options to side with CBC and other operations as well, but we want to sell a maximum of 10% of our TV rights for the highest amount. CBC wants them for 50 years, but there are others who have shorter options as well. Then he asked about his relationship with the UEFA. He said that I met with Safran, of course, during the women's final, but we did not discuss the problems about the Super League. Our relationship is cordial and we've made a formal proposal. They know what we want to propose makes sense, but they want to keep their power over what they have. So a few days there at Sefren. Clubs like City and Paris imbalance the market, and there are new forces coming in as well, i.e. Newcastle. This makes it very difficult to manage a club owned by socios like ours. So again, state-owned clubs are ruining football, ruining the market. You look at PSG, Man City, and of course Newcastle coming in right now. Clubs that are owned by their fans like Real Madrid and Barcelona, it makes it very difficult for them to compete. I don't know if PSG would terminate Neymar's contract. They have much more lenient systems in France, but releasing him would cost a lot of money anyway. They have a country behind him. Maybe they can pay his contract directly. So again, asked about Neymar joining for free for Barcelona this summer because that's the only way we can sign him. Then he was asked about Leo Messi. Messi left as he left, of course, the truth that we all want him to finish his career here at Barcelona. The fact is that when he played his time for PSG, they found out they could never ever leave. So again, once you sign with PSG, you're pretty much locked in there. And again, he said that, look, we wanted Messi to stay, we not want Messi to leave. And finally, Joan Laporta concluded all by saying that financial fair play rules in Spain are an obstacle and a limitation as well. We have to overcome that. We have no support from La Liga because the rules here are very strict compared to other countries. Elsewhere, they have been given flexibility due to COVID-19. So pretty much, summary of this whole entire interview, Joan Laporta is saying, look, we're looking for operations to help us sign new players like Lewandowski, Raphinha, and also keep Frenkie de Jong, but we're looking for the best possible deal, 10% of our TV rights for about 10 years or so. We own the best offer. Right now, CBC are offering 50 years for 10% of TV rights, but there are other options out there. And also how La Liga are hindering us. They're giving us limitations. They have that very strict financial fair play rule, and the club have to work around it with, of course, Martin Braithwaite, long left Pjanic on over 100,000 euros per week. Makes it very difficult. These players don't want to leave. So that's why Joan Laporta has a big task on his hands, but hopefully overcomes this big obstacle and brings Barcelona back to the top. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know firstly is about Lewandowski and Raphinha, the two priorities this summer. Think we'll end up signing them or not. Secondly, and most importantly in my opinion, on Alonso and Azpilicueta. What is the maximum amount of money you would spend on both these two players? Thirdly, on the contract renewal updates on Gavi and Ousmane Dembele, think they end up renewing or not. And finally, your thoughts on Joan Laporta's big interview with Les Sport 2 Catalunya. Your thoughts about it. Are you agreeing with Joan Laporta or you disagree with him? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.